FIFA series has been going downhill for a while, ever since the early Frostbite era with FIFA 18 and 19. Player movement kept getting worse year after year. Defending turned into micromanaging a bunch of brain-dead lemmings. And fun was replaced by crappy systems, awful animations, and corporate buzzwords. And then came FIFA 23. The game that, in my opinion, is the worst FIFA ever made. Not one of the worst, not up there with the bad ones, simply the worst. See, FIFA 23 is where everything collapsed, all at once. And what makes it even funnier, or sadder, depending on how dead you are inside, is that this was the last FIFA ever made. Right before EA lost the FIFA name and started calling their games FC. And yet FIFA 23 already feels way more FC than it does feel like FIFA. You know, I can already see comments popping up under this video saying, "Hey man, I really liked FIFA 23, it was great." And I get it, it's probably from people who enjoy current FC titles. Because I think that if you loved older FIFA games, you're probably going to hate FIFA 23. Me? Well, I absolutely despise what EA football games have become over the years. I'm going to die on the hill that FIFA 17 and 18 were the peak of the series. They were the moment in the football gaming history where fun, believable gameplay actually met modern presentation. And since then, it's been a slow, yet steady and painful decline. So look friend, if your taste in football games is even remotely close to mine, do yourself a favor and stay the fuck away from FIFA 23. And now with that warning out of the way, let me show you exactly why. And hey, if you haven't bought FIFA 23 or other older football games on time, but want to play them today, then check out the store that I've been using for over a year now. It's been rock solid. You can find the link to the store below this video. Alright, we will start with graphics. On paper, FIFA 23 should look better than older games. Higher resolution, better player faces, more advanced cutscenes. And to be fair, in replays, intros and close-ups, players probably look the best they ever have in the series. They are detailed, modern, and thankfully not covered in that weird shiny plastic look you see in FC games today. But here's the problem with graphics of FIFA 23. As soon as the match starts, the game just looks, I don't know, cheap? And I don't mean old by that, I mean flat, lifeless, soulless. The biggest issue here, I think, is lighting. FIFA 23 lighting looks completely dead on the pitch. Look at the screen right now. Players don't feel connected to the pitch at all, it just looks very flat. It almost looks like they are floating on top of it. Something is clearly missing here. And yeah, I think it's shadows, proper shadows. Now compare this to FIFA 19. Look how the pitch reacts to light. Look at how players sit in the environment instead of just being there on top of it. And if we go even further back, like FIFA 17, man, that game had actual atmosphere. Late afternoon matches, foggy evenings, warm light, cold light, contrast, it had charm. And that game came out almost 10 years ago. Since FIFA 18 actually, I believe that lighting in this series has been getting worse with almost every entry. More technically correct, but less artistic. And I think that FIFA 23 is the perfect example of that issue. Visuals are clean, graphics are sharp, and yet it's completely uninspired. Technically sound? Sure, but it has zero art direction. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. Now let's talk about animations and movement, because this is where FIFA 23 really falls apart. EA loves to tell you that this game is more realistic than ever with every single year, that it's built on real player data, that it captures real football. Well, cool story bro, shame, it looks and feels like shit. FIFA 23 is the moment where hypermotion technology fully took over the game. This tech was introduced in FIFA 22 on next-gen consoles And back then it was fine, like not great, but not terrible either. And with the right sliders, FIFA 22 actually felt pretty decent. But in FIFA 23, EA doubled down on it, and everything went south, and I mean real south. Players don't run anymore. They don't look like humans, they glide. They skate across the pitch like they are on ice, not grass. What's worse is that their knees are constantly bent, their posture looks somehow wrong, like every player is mid-squat most of the time, and the worst part, there is no weight to anything in this game. Players stop instantly, turn instantly, accelerate instantly. The ball is glued to their feet in the weirdest way possible. You can make a sudden spin 180 degrees on the spot, and the ball just sticks there like it's magnetized to players' foot. It looks bad, but most importantly, it feels bad to play. Nothing has momentum, nothing has resistance, everything feels light and fake. When I first launched FIFA 23 this year, I honestly thought I messed up something really badly in the settings. I was convinced that I missed some toggle somewhere. So I did what any sane person would do. I installed every gameplay mod I could find to fix the issues. And yeah, mods helped a little bit around the edges. They tweaked the pace, they tweaked passing, they tweaked AI behavior. But none of them could fix this. Because the problem is baked so deeply into the game, into the animation system itself. You can't just slider your way out of the bad movement. And here is the really depressing part here. As bad as FIFA 23 looks in terms of movement when comparing to older games, it's still better than what FC games turned into later. Which is honestly insane when you think about it. This series is seriously not evolving, it is devolving. So yeah, movement already feels awful, but unfortunately for FIFA 23, that's just the beginning. Because even if you somehow look past how bad the game feels, what you're left with is gameplay that is just plain and boring. And the biggest problem here I think is the lack of variety. Like very shortly, every match starts to feel the same, every attack looks the same, and most importantly, every damn goal feels the same. When you play older FIFA games, especially the early Frostbite ones, you get a lot of random shit happening every single match. Deflections, scrappy goals, weird rebounds, moments that feel unplanned, unscripted, unpredictable. And that randomness is what keeps matches interesting, even years after release. But FIFA 23, it funnels you into the same few situations over and over again. Most goals fall into three main categories. You either cut inside from the wing and finesse it to the far corner, or you play a true ball straight down the middle for a one-on-one versus keeper. Or maybe sometimes you will score occasional header from a corner. That's basically it. I'm not exaggerating when I say that these type of situations make up like 80% of goals in this game, for both me and the AI. And sadly, this problem didn't stop with FIFA 23. It didn't stop at all actually. It still exists in FC games today. Then we have passing. Man, the passing in FIFA 23 feels incredibly ping-pongy. One-touch passes, instant direction changes, no build-up, no rhythm. You're not creating situations, you're just exploiting how fast the engine lets you move the ball around. Then we have defending, and it manages to be just as bad. Ever since FIFA 20, AI-controlled defenders have been slowly losing brain cells. In FIFA 23, they feel just as useless as they did in FIFA 21. You're essentially not defending as a team, you're babysitting idiots. Constantly switching players, constantly covering for mistakes you didn't make. I hate that change, and I really wish for EA to return back to pre-FIFA 20 defending system. Put all of these issues together and you get gameplay that's not just bad, it's uninspiring. Nothing surprises you, nothing excites you. And after a few matches, you already feel like you've seen everything. And that's a cardinal sin in a sports game. But to be fair, FIFA 23 isn't completely hopeless. There are a couple of things that I think it does right. First, shooting. At least in the beginning, shooting feels pretty satisfying. Finesse shots have a nice arc, Power shots feel heavy and punchy. Scoring can feel good in the first few matches. The problem is that feeling doesn't last long, because you're scoring the same goals over and over again. Nice shots don't mean much when there's no variety, right? And the second positive is mod availability. FIFA 23 has a massive modding scene. Classic season patches, realism mods like FIFA, plenty of gameplay tweaks and mods. And the best part is that most of those mods are free now. So if you are revisiting FIFA 23 in 2026, that's genuinely cool. But again, mods can only polish what's there. They can't change what the game fundamentally is. And this game is fundamentally bad. So yeah, FIFA 23 is the worst FIFA ever made. Not because it's broken, not because it's unfinished, but because it represents everything this series has become. Flat presentation, terrible movement, scripted repetitive gameplay, and a complete loss of identity. This was the last FIFA, and somehow it already felt like FC. And look, if you enjoy modern EA football games, you might still have fun here. I won't take that away from you. But if you loved FIFA for its randomness, for the variety, and its sense of football on the pitch, this is where it ends. For me, FIFA 23 isn't just a bad game, it's a farewell, and honestly, not a very good one. Right now you can see on the screen the list of Hall of Famers on my channel. Thanks to members' financial support, videos like this one are possible. So if you wanna support my work and get some cool rewards in return, then consider becoming a member. Anyway, that's all from me in this video, thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.